Good morning, kids. Welcome to the Youth Adult Role Model Academy. I gotta say it right because I always screw up. You're gonna have a very interesting topic today. Pay attention, because I'm gonna pay attention, because I'm gonna learn a lot. And I'm gonna introduce you now the young lady that created this program, Marlene Cruz. Marlene, come on in.
Good morning, kids.
Good morning.
Good morning, what?
Good morning, ma'am.
Thank you. Good morning to you guys. I have a great topic today that I want to introduce you. I'm going to introduce this lovely, beautiful lady today, a good friend of mine. Her name is Annika Cummings, and she is an architect in learning. She is a learning architect. She is a professor at a college level, and she's coming here to teach you guys about communication skills and leadership skills. So I want you guys to give her all your attention, okay? Are you guys ready?
Yes.
I don't hear you.
Yes.
Okay, without further ado, I'm going to introduce to you guys Annika Cummings.
Thank you. So for today, you can just call me Mrs. Cummings. That'll do. But I want to start off out of the two workshops working on communication. So if you can open up your journals and take your pen. A little thing about myself is though I'm a full-time professor and I've been teaching for almost 10 years, I get nervous speaking in front of people. I'm very introverted. So it takes a lot for me to get in front of people. Okay, so I'm going to show you some techniques to make you less nervous. I'm also going to help you figure out what communication style you have and what works for you when it comes to communication and what doesn't, okay? And we're gonna work together to figure it out. So, has anyone ever felt nervous speaking in front of people? You have? What happens when you get nervous speaking in front of people?
You stutter a lot?
You stutter. Okay, good. So, communication, when we think about communication, what are some of the different ways we communicate to other people? Yeah.
By talking?
By talking. Anybody else?
Hand language.
Hand language?
I was going to say sign language, but...
Sign language. Okay, anybody else have anything different?
Facial expressions.
Facial expressions. Okay. So when we talk about communication, we're talking about the nonverbal. The sign language can be one. Facial expressions, hands. I talk with my hands a lot. I think to kind of make myself less nervous. And also verbal, right? So the verbal is speaking, actually speaking. But nowadays, nonverbal, verbal, does it have to be face-to-face all the time? What are some other ways we have verbal language?
A letter.
A letter. Okay, that would be more nonverbal. But how do we have the face-to-face nowadays with all the technology that we have?
On the phone.
On the phone. Yeah, on the phone. Right? FaceTime, Skype. Okay? So I want you to write down communication and I want you to write down how you communicate. What are some of the ways you communicate? What are some things that you do, that are good when it comes to communication? Are you better at nonverbal? Are you better at verbal? And give me some examples. Also describe what happens to you when you speak to others. Are they listening? Are they active listeners? Are they paying attention? Are they talking when you're speaking? What's the effect of your communication? How effective is it? Also, I want you to think about what type of image do you project when you communicate? Do you seem confident, nervous, anxious, upset? Okay? What is your body language saying? And once you've figured out how people respond and what image you project, I want you to think about how you can improve your communication. So if you feel nervous, what are some things that you've tried or maybe someone's told you about to kind of improve your communication? Whether it's in written formats. Some of us are not always the best writers or the best speakers, but how would you improve that? What do you have? What are you good at? How do you communicate?
Well, I communicate through the phone.
Through the phone?
I get nervous with this.
Okay, so nonverbal? Okay, so are you a master texter?
Yeah.
All phones, huh? Okay, and do people respond to that? They do, right away?
Yeah.
Why? Is it what you say? How you say it?
I don't know.
You don't know? Okay. How are some ways that you're not good at communicating? You said the nonverbal you're great at. The verbal? What?
When I speak to others, I get bored.
You get bored. Why?
I don't know.
Is it because you don't know what to say? Okay. So do you find you have a gift for words when it comes to texting? Maybe you have the right word. You have some time to think about it. Okay. What are some ways you think you can improve on speaking when it comes to face-to-face?
Listening more.
Listen. Okay. Anything else? Anybody have any more advice for, I'm sorry, what's your name?
Anthony.
Anthony. Anybody else have had a similar problem but found a solution to face-to-face? What about you? What's your name?
Hey, Melanie.
Melanie. What about you? What's your favorite way of communicating?
Talking to them personally.
Personally, you like talking to people personally. Okay, so do you find that the image you project to others when you speak to them, what is the image that you project? Is it positive, is a good image?
Yeah, I'm really not kind of like a shy person.
Okay.
Well, I don't like participating that much, but I do like speaking loud and clear.
Okay. And what are some things that, so nonverbal, you've been nonverbal?
What do you mean by that?
Writing.
Writing?
You are. So you're good at both. So you have any tips for Anthony? How did you become a better speaker? How did you get that confidence? What did you do?
I started talking to people like in groups in my class, try to like write poems, and by that I got the confidence and try to build it up.
So you took the challenge, you took the first step. So you take the first step, right? And maybe you might want to have that communication amongst your friends so that you don't feel as nervous and it's a safe place, right? Because you always want to feel safe that people are listening to you and hearing you. So some of the things about verbal and nonverbal that we need to think about. Even when we're texting, you ever get someone who texts you and it's all caps and exclamation points? What does that say? Yeah. What does that say to you?
Either angry or just mentioning it more clearly.
Right, maybe you didn't hear them, right? They want to be heard. And also maybe they're just annoyed, right? They're just annoyed by what you said to them, all right? So the thing about verbal, and the same thing goes for nonverbal, it's our tone, right? If I say, go clean your room, how's my tone? Right. So I'm going to project an image of being upset, right? Maybe frustrated, because maybe I had to tell you to clean your room several times, right? So we have to be careful of our tone, because the way we speak to people, even the way we write, certain things that we say, like you said, you have gift for words when it comes to texting. Not everybody has that, right? Some people want to write in bold and caps and exclamation points. You have to be careful of your tone. And that's very important when you start to go to college, you know, you go on interviews for jobs, of how you communicate. It's very important because it can be misconstrued, right? Also the sound of your voice, making sure that you're not just talking like this and oh my God. Just going through the whole thing. If I taught classes like that, all my students would be nodding off, right? I just had that monotone voice all day. All right? Not cool, right? And also the words. Making sure that the person you're speaking to, do you speak the same language, or do you use the same words when you're speaking to your parents or your teachers than you do your friends? Why not? Because what? Because your friends are much cooler, right? I mean, they understand the slang and the terminology, right? Of today, like they're on social media, they get it. It's quick, right? It's not even, you know, the way you spell it's not even correct, but who cares, right? They get you, right? Your parents may not get the same words, so you have to be careful of even the words. So when you go into the working world, or you go into college, or even when you're in school, you can't use the same textese language when you write an essay for your English class, right? You can't spell you with the U instead of Y-O-U, right? You can't do that, you're not supposed to, right? The nonverbal, it's all about the body. It's all about the eye contact. And if I was just staring at you all throughout the whole workshop, how would you feel?
Awkward, yeah, creepy.
Awkward? Creepy. Like, yeah, she's creepy, right? So you don't want to do that. When you're communicating, if you're nervous, look at the back, okay? Or just let your eyes kind of wander the room and come back, right? Body language, if I was sitting here like this or standing here and just
Oh my God.
right, exactly. What does that mean? What am I doing?
That you bored. That you
Bored. And would you listen to me?
No.
Of course not, right? You know, and of course as girls we do like to play without here, but this is not the time to do it, right? And this tells you what? I'm upset. Right. Or from doing this.
Shy.
Right. Especially with the back, right? So you just have to make sure that you're presenting or projecting confidence. Even if you don't, just fake it until you make it, right? Pretend you're somebody else that you look up to. The other thing is the face. We talked about the face expressions. Okay, somebody mentioned that.
Sad.
Right, upset, sad. So just be aware of your face. Okay, I've had students who come in for oral presentations and they're getting a grade and they come in dressed with, you know, certain words on their shirts, and just be mindful of that, the way you dress even, okay? So I want to move on, and what we're going to talk about now that we understand communication, I'm going to have you write lyrics for your life. Lyrics for your life. You're going to write a song about you and your strengths based on what you wrote on that paper, okay? You don't have to sing it. You don't have to have music, okay? You're just going to get 2 minutes. And here's the kicker. You're going to create a 2-minute song, and I'm going to time you, all right, about describing who you are. Like, I don't know who you are, so I want to get to know you. And maybe someone else in this classroom wants to get to know you, right? So describing who you are, I want you to identify your strengths. You have to use appropriate standard language, no profanity. Grammar, I would like to be as best as possible, no textese, okay? No slang. Describe yourself, your strengths, your best characteristics, your unique skills that you have, your interests, but you have to write it as if you're a third person. So she, he, you will not be using I or me. Okay? This is your lyrics of life. Okay? So write about yourself, your unique skills, your strengths. Describe yourself. You have 2 minutes, and I'm just going to put my timer on. Okay. Yes?
Does it have to rhyme? Or
Nope, doesn't have to rhyme. It's your song. It's your song, so it doesn't have to rhyme. Let's hear what you ladies have, because you haven't said anything yet. Or you have. What about you?
She's happy, she's crazy, she's sometimes lazy. She talks and talks and never shuts her mouth. She hates the animal mouths. Her name is Maria and loves pizzeria.
Oh, okay. Loves pizzeria. That's a good job. Great job. I love the rhyme. What do you have?
She's happy, she's sad, sometimes even lazy or crazy. My strength is strong. I am good at anything.
Good job. So you guys will work in a group because you have strengths. You have similar strengths. Based on the strengths, because I try to pick you guys to be with a group that had something in common. The crazy section back here, half the crazy, right? The smart chicks up here. The very introverted sportsman type, okay? You are going to be your own company. You are one company. You and your fellow group members are a company, okay? So what I want you to do, one person's gonna create a vision plan, vision statement. Another person's gonna create a 1-minute sales pitch. And the other person's gonna create a tagline. And since you ladies have 4 people, one person can create a logo, okay? So I'm gonna give you about 5 minutes for each task. Each person should have 1 task. So I'm going to describe what a vision statement is, a tagline, and also what the sales pitch is, okay? Based on that, you determine who's going to do what, all right? So, your partners and you have created a new company based on your common interests and your strengths, okay? Each team member can create, each team member will work on a task, or you can work on it as a group if you feel more comfortable. But you only have 5 minutes per task. So the first thing I'm gonna have you do is a vision statement. You spend 5 minutes writing out a vision statement. A vision statement is a sentence describing no more than 3 clear long-term goals for your company. So if you guys here think that you're shy and smart, so your vision statement will say something about you being smart and shy, right? But you have to have a goal for your company, right? So maybe you're gonna unite all of the smart, shy girls, right? And create a nonprofit or something. But you're gonna have goals. So your vision statement has to have long-term goals for your company. Whatever it is that your company desires to accomplish. The second thing you're gonna do is you're gonna do a sales pitch. A sales pitch is how you're gonna sell your company, right? What is a way, okay, so let me just describe it. So what you're doing is a sales pitch, a 1-minute sales pitch will introduce your company's services to the audience who knows nothing about you. So, if you want to make the world happy, and you're meeting me for the first time, and you have this great company, you want to make everyone happy, right? You're like Pharrell Williams with the happy song. You want to make everybody happy. How would you sell your company to me in 1 minute? What would you say? Think of like a 1-minute commercial. Doesn't have to rhyme. How would you say it?
Like having a celebrity or something. That's how they would.
Okay, but what would this celebrity person say? What would they say? Maybe you don't have the money for a celebrity, and I'm a billionaire, and I'm in an elevator with you. How would you sell your company to me? Oh my gosh, I have this great company, and I can make everyone happy. And how we do that is, we have these great programs, right? So think of a 1-minute sales pitch. The last one is the tagline. Your tagline is just your brand. How is little tagline that you see with the little logo sometimes? Okay, so you're just gonna write a short sentence that would accompany like a logo, but you don't have to create an actual logo unless you want to, okay? So I'm gonna give you an example of a tagline. If you hear the tagline, a long time ago in a galaxy far, far away, think Star Wars. So what's your tagline?
The vision statement is to make people improve in basketball.
My name is Anthony Polanco, and my sales pitch is: we have vigorous camps that will increase your stamina and you will become a better player. This will lead you to get into the NBA.
We would have a logo of Stephen Curry saying, if you come to the program every day, you'll be Chef Curry.
Okay, so you'll be Steph Curry as your tagline?
Yeah.
Okay, great job. Any feedback?
Tagline is last, so I do last.
Okay. So you have a company name?
Happiness is the word for everything, for everyone.
Okay. Okay. So what's your vision statement?
Oh. Finding it. Thinking and happy for every company.
Okay. Thinking and happy for everyone, every company. Okay.
The goal is to make everyone happy and think positive. Boys and girls, no difference.
Okay, so both boys and girls, you want them to think happy and be happy. Okay. What do you have as a tagline?
To make a lot of people happy, a lot of people like us because we make them happy to make people interested.
So that's your sales pitch. So you're selling, you make a lot of people happy because you talk to them and you make them feel important. Okay. What's your tagline? Do you have a tagline?
Oh, that's what I said. Happiness is a word.
Happiness is a word. Is that a snappy tagline for you? Would you remember that happiness is a word?
Yes, I
Yeah,
remember.
that's good.
Snappy.
Okay, good job. Good job.
Our vision statement. To be a strong young lady. Our longest goal is to make every young lady to have confidence.
Oh, great.
Are you shy and trying to break out? Welcome to CSP, the Confident Strong program. It helps you break out your shyness.
Now, that's your sales pitch. Good job. Good job.
And my tagline is confidence the key to success.
Confidence is the key. I like that. To success. Good job. So you're sold. You got the money. You sold your company, right? So what we're going to do, this is going to be the final thing we're going to do. I want you guys to take out your journals. You still have them out from the company. Now, what I'm going to have you do is just reflect and do your success plan. And this is something that you're going to do as an individual. You can stay in your groups, but you're just going to do this individually. So what I want you to do is I want you to think of, some of the communication skills you used when you did your individual activities and when you did the group activities. What were some communication skills that you used? And I want you to reflect on that. Okay, so I want you to write down what skills you used. Which were beneficial for you to use? Which one were the most positive ones or the strongest ones for you to use? You sat in group, you used nonverbal and verbal, right? Which ones were beneficial for you? Which ones did you feel comfortable with? And then explain to me why they were beneficial. What are some skills you wish you would have used to resolve some of the challenges you came up with or you faced when you were working in the groups? Because this is a hard task, right? What are some things you wish you would have used to resolve some challenges and why? And I also want you to identify 3 obstacles you had in the past with communicating with others. And I want you to create a solution for each. 3 obstacles you've had in the past, and I want you to create a solution for each. Okay? And this is going to be your success plan. This is what you're going to work on. Okay? Each person should have a picture of a leader. I'm going to read off a profile description, and each group is going to have 2 minutes to figure out if it's their leader. If it's your leader, you're going to take the leader, you're going to come up and take the leader onto the board, okay? So I'm going to read the first profile description. This person is the most powerful person in the world. And they have used their power to help change a nation for better and focus on programs and projects around the world. They have programs such as anti-obesity initiatives, pushes for women to receive education around the globe. They're a fashion icon, devoted mother, and they are married to the most powerful man in the world. Who am I?
Michelle Obama.
Michelle Obama, come on up. There you go.
Wait, but you said the most powerful person in the world.
They're married to the most powerful person in the world.
In the world?
In the United States.
Oh, okay.
In the political world.
All right.
Well, it comes to Obama too.
There you go.
Right? It comes to Obama too.
Okay. All right. This person is noted for their humanitarian efforts. I'm just gonna, you know what, maybe it's just better if I just name whether or not it's a female or male. Okay. She received the Jean Heschel Humanitarian Award and an honorary damehood of the Order of St. Michael and St. George, among other honors. She's married to a really hot guy. He's blonde.
She's probably young.
She promotes various causes, including conversation, conservation, education, and women's rights. Is the most noted for her advocacy, although she is an actress. She's a public figure. She's been cited as one of the most influential and powerful people in American entertainment industry, as well as the world's most beautiful women.
That girl. It's right here. No, I don't. We don't know.
Who is she?
It was
Who is that?
Let me see. Let me see.
It's her.
She's not that.
Angeline, something like that? That's
Angelique, yes. Angelina Jolie Pitt. She's married to Brad Pitt. Put a piece of tape on that, on the back, and just paste it up. Okay, so this person is a South African anti-apartheid revolutionary, politician, philanthropist, who served as president of South Africa from 1994 to 1999. He was South Africa's first black chief executive. Any clues yet?
Right here.
She's the girl, boy.
Who's that?
Is a guy, right?
No, it's a girl.
What's his name?
Oh, he had a movie, right?
Nelson Mandela.
I was just about to say. Nell, I know that.
Next one. This person dropped out of Harvard. Okay. Started a multi-billion-dollar company. He's a philanthropist, advocate for education. Competes with Steve Jobs, Apple.
Samsung.
Bill Gates.
Look at here.
Where's Bill Gates? Big, come on up.
He's old. He probably has 65 years old. Or 95.
And it's funny because he said,
Oh, he's about to be 100. That's old.
Gotta stay out of the sun. That's what happens when you're in the sun. Okay, this person is American former professional baseball shortstop who played 20 seasons in the Major League Baseball for the New York Yankees. Who is it?
Derek Jeter.
You know Derek Jeter. Yes, come on, Derek Jeter.
You know, this is cool. That's how we learn everything. This is cool.
Thanks.
Yeah. In the gym.
He just retired, right? Okay. This person is a Pakistani activist for female education and the youngest ever to receive the Nobel Prize laureate. Yes. Her name is Malala Yousafzai.
Then she got like.
She was shot in the face for going to school because in her country, as a Muslim woman, she is not allowed to be educated.
Oh my God.
It's like girls can't get. They're like racist in Texas, right?
She should have fixed her face.
Not racist. They racist. So you want like a. Well, you don't. If another country didn't like your country, they shot people.
What happened?
And she needs to do her eyebrows. Yeah.
This person is an Associate Justice of Supreme Court of the United States serving since August 2009. Who am I?
I don't know, but I know that she looks like a judge.
Sonia Sotomayor. How do you say it? Mayor? Sotomayor.
Mayor. Yeah, that's what I was saying. She's a good judge.
This person is the 44th and current president of the United States and first African American to hold office. Who has the? Yes, you come on up. This person is an American media proprietor, talk show host, and actress, producer, and philanthropist. Who am I? The last one.
Winfrey.
The last one? Yeah. She is known as the queen of all media.
Winfrey.
I think it's
Okay, so Oprah Winfrey. Yeah.
Oprah. Oh my God.
You guys are forgetting more than I'm forgetting. I'm older than you. You don't remember all these names?
I like how Oprah sings.
Thank you. All right.
Like, I heard Oprah sing.
Okay, this person, I think I skipped one. Oh, I did. Okay, this person in his freshman year played one college game, and his coach said, wait until you see, can't say the person's name, he's something special. This person finished his first season as a freshman, leading the Southern Conference in scoring with 21.5 points per game. He just recently won the 2015 NBA Finals against Cleveland Cavaliers. Who am I? Steph Curry. Steph Curry. All right. So I'm gonna put this up here. Steph doesn't have that much room, Okay. So did you guys learn some new leader names? Yes. Okay, great. All right. So I wanted to ask you, depending on all of these leaders and the descriptions that I've read to you, what are some things that all of them have in common? What are some things that leaders have in common?
They successfully, they never gave up.
They never gave up. That's good. Anything else?
They lead.
Of course they lead. That's the obvious.
Because the fact that the woman, I don't know what's her name, I forgot. Malala, like she got shot, but she never gave up. She actually tried to do something new. She moved on and,
Yeah, and in Steph Curry's situation, he had I think 13 turnovers in that first game, right? He didn't give up. And now he's like the 2015, NBA.
MVP.
He's the MVP now?
Yeah, champion.
Okay, won the championship. Anything else that they have in common? Some things that the leaders have in common that you noticed?
They fought for a good cause.
They fought for a good cause. Do they all have their own business?
No.
Okay. Do they all have goals?
Yes.
Okay, so it's important as a leader to have goals, right? Okay, anything else that you noticed that all of these leaders have in common?
No.
Okay.
Well, Barack Obama's the president.
Okay. So some of them are political. They live out their dreams. Okay, Anthony.
Most of them are inspiration to other people.
They're inspiration to other people, even if we don't know their names.
Yeah.
All of them are famous.
All of them are famous. That's true. They're great leaders, right? So how do these people use their leadership skills? For what purpose? How do you see them using their leadership skills? So Sonia Sotomayor is the first Latina Supreme Court justice, right, that we've had. So how do you think, Barack Obama is the first African American president. How do you think that they use these skills, these leadership skills? How do they use them? What purpose do they use their skills?
They do things that no other leader has done.
Yeah. They've accomplished things that no other leaders have accomplished. That's why they're famous. Anything else?
they meant changing the world because they never seen that. So now that it's happened, nobody can stop it.
Okay, so they're changing some of the things in the world. Okay. Anything else?
They're making a big difference, a part of other people's lives.
Okay, they have an impact on other people's lives. Anybody have anything else? Okay, so they're using it to impact other people's lives and overcome, you know, their own obstacles and helping to change the world, right? How many of the leaders, or how many leaders up here, or even in your own personal life, how many leaders do you know that are young? Steph Curry? Anybody else? Anybody have a leader that they know of that's a young leader?
Wait, is that the
No. Could be somebody that's not up there. That's known.
Do they have to be famous?
Well, everybody else has to know them.
Oh.
What should we do? I mean, what's it called? His name is, he's a baseball player. His number is 7.
You guys know what she's talking about?
Yeah.
What team? Who is it?
And Mets. He's a Mets. I forgot his name.
Okay. Do you have leaders in your own personal life that you could think of?
Yes.
Like your sister.
Your sister? Anybody else have any leaders in their personal life?
Mr. Fiola.
Okay.
Oh yeah, Mr. Fiola.
Good.
And what's her name?
Marlene.
Marlene. Okay, cool.
And you that we have now.
Thank you. Can someone be a leader without having the skills or qualifications? No? Do you think that any of these people ever dreamed they would be a leader?
Yes.
Maybe? Okay. So you have to have skills to be a leader. What kind of skills do you think you need to have to be a leader?
To be kind to others.
Kind. That's important because you're working with people, right? Elizabeth?
To have good grades.
Good grades, that may help. Although Bill Gates here did drop out of Harvard. Not that he didn't have good grades, but he did drop out of Harvard.
So then he didn't have a scholarship. If he didn't go to college, he didn't have a scholarship. Why he
He
made it?
decided to start a business.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, he was smart. He was smart enough to create something that other companies, Microsoft.
Didn't he get expelled from
You got something? You have a person you would think about?
Wait, me?
Okay. All right, so we're gonna move on. I want to know what makes a leader, so I'm gonna ask you 4 questions. I want you to write down in your journal the 4 questions. And you're gonna write 3 answers per question. Okay. When you're done with that and you figure out what those answers are gonna be, you're gonna put your 3 answers onto the sticky note. Okay. What do leaders believe in? What are some of their values and beliefs? What kind of people are leaders? What are some skills and qualifications, like qualities? What kind of people are leaders? Grashi, come on up. If you can read, what kind of things do what kinds of things do leaders do? What are some things that are noted up there?
Kinds of things that leaders do, they lead to a team. They don't show off, and they help others when stuff is bad.
Okay. What are some other things on there?
They never give up or never will. They take the big steps. They think outside the box.
What else?
Leaders never give up. Leaders always be kind. They work hard to improve.
So do you find some commonalities in there?
Yes.
Okay, what are some things you find in common? One thing you find that's in common.
The leaders never give up.
Never give up. You think that's true? Yes. Okay. All right, great. Thank you. Do the next one.
What do leaders believe in? They believe in themselves, faith, God, to be successful, kind to others. They believe that anything is possible. They lead others. They believe in life, in a family.
Okay, so Ashanti, do you see anything in common there about what leaders believe in?
In themselves.
In themselves?
Something not to give up.
And what else?
And to be successful.
To be, okay, so they believe in themselves and they believe that they can be successful. Do you think that's important for a leader?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. Thank you, Ashanti. Jason. And Jada. After him. What kind of people are leaders?
Leaders are loyal. Leaders are honest. Leaders help others that are in need, respect others, that are nice, who believe in themselves, responsible, respectful, helpers.
Do you see any common characteristics of a leader?
Yeah.
What are some things, what's one thing that you see as a common characteristic?
That they have to respect others.
Do you think leaders need to respect other people?
Yes.
Or they can just boss everybody around?
No, they need to respect.
They need to respect. Okay. Thank you, Jason. And Jada, you can read off some of the leaders that we've posted up here.
What are some leaders? Mr. Viola, grandparents. Powerful person. Family, friends, sisters, brothers, and mothers.
So did you see anything common here when it comes to who are our leaders?
Yes.
Who are some of our leaders?
Like sisters and brothers.
So it's family. Do you think family is like your first leader, your first example of leadership?
Yes.
Okay.
Not really. Not really.
No? Friends?
No. Myself.
Yourself. That's a good point. I'll give you an extra Jolly Rancher for that. Thank you. Thank you. All right, so the last thing I'm going to have you, well, second to last thing I'm going to have you do. We're just going to define what you believe is a personal definition for leadership to you. What's your personal definition?
To treat people with respect and to be nice.
Okay, so a leader is a person who treats people with respect and are nice. You guys agree with that?
Yes.
Okay, so thank you so much. Yeah, we did.
Leadership is a person that cares for others. They lead the way in a bad and good situations, and a person that takes charge and lead.
Say that again.
From the beginning? Mm-hmm. Leadership is a person that cares for others. They lead the way in bad and good situations, and a person that takes charge and lead.
So, do you guys think they need to be caring? They need to be a caring person? Yeah.
Leaders are people that are above average. Also, they respect others. And finally, they lead in greatness and strive for everyone.
Okay. Okay, so I'm just going to end with the Q&A. I'm just going to actually pose a few questions to you guys. Can you exhibit leadership skills and not be a leader?
Yes.
Yes. Okay. Do you think that there are different types of leaders?
Yes. Yes.
Different skills for leaders?
Yes.
Okay. Anybody have one leadership skill that they want to work on to be a better leader?
Well, my attitude.
Your attitude. Okay. Needs to be better? Needs to have a better attitude?
Well, I gotta change like talking back
Okay.
and having the respect.
Okay. So be more mindful of other people. Okay.
Verbal skills.
Verbal skills. Anybody else to make you a stronger leader? Do you guys think you're leaders now? Kinda. Okay. So think of that one thing that you can improve upon now that we have all of the characteristics of a leader. Being caring, helper, You don't necessarily have to be a famous leader. You could be a leader who's in the background. You can be a helper. Still makes you a leader. Okay? Thank you for your time.
Okay, I want to thank Annika for such a wonderful job, for being here and giving you guys a little bit of her knowledge. So please, let's give her. Thank you very much for taking from your time to coming and teach our children. Did we learn something today? Yes. Yes.